I read your file. You're a very troubled young woman. Believe it or not, I'm here to help you.
You know, when you put your hand out of the window of a moving car, you can feel the air and guide it. I can push the air together, water too, other stuff. Who taught you how to swim?
You.
I can teach you this.
Dude.
Thank you for meeting with us.
Of course. I understand you have some concerns about your son.
Andy and I have always been very close, but we believe he's being bullied. Hey, look who's here.
So what's the verdict this time? Am I stupid or crazy?
Evening. Hear about Andrew and Lauren. You're aware that there was a bit of an incident at the school this evening?
Let me go!
I need you to go get them for me.
They're not going anywhere.
We have to secure the safety of the community.
What is that?
Wait, come on!
Hear about the mutant incident? Those are my kids.
You have to help them.
Why didn't you tell me?
You have powers.
Dad puts people like us in jail.
In my experience, things change when it's your own kid.
There is nothing more important to me than my family.
The X-Men, the Brotherhood, we don't even know if they exist anymore. I suggest you think about what's best for your family.
What do we do?
It's gonna be all right.
Come on! Go now!
This is a burden, yes, but it's also a gift.
Tell me about Lorna. Any information I have is yours. But only if my family is safe.
Hey everybody, awesome news. There's a brand new X-Men TV show called The Gifted that's coming this fall on Fox. I'll explain how it's connected to the movies Deadpool, Logan, the timeline, but there are probably a couple big characters that you spotted in the trailer. And because the Logan Blu-ray just dropped, there's a new giveaway for the Blu-ray. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber, leave a comment on this video. But the Gifted TV show is going to be on Fox. Like, you know, Legion is on FX. It's by the same Marvel Fox group. So there is like a minor connection in the comics between the Legion character and what's going on with this. So I'll explain because it's kind of an Easter egg, but they haven't said how directly connected all these X-Men universe shows are. But the basic premise is you have a very Graydon Creed type of character working for like a Homeland Security type organization. We don't know if it's going to be like Trask Industries because there are Sentinels in the series. These are what the Sentinels look like. Based on the level of technology, you can kind of see that this is happening closer to modern day, whereas Logan is set way far in the future. Currently, that is the furthest point in the X-Men timeline right now between the movies and all the TV shows. They're living in a normal neighborhood, like a normal life, but then they find out their child has powers and they become a target of the government organization that they were working for that's hunting down mutants like you see here. This one that he has trapped in a Ziploc bag. So there are actually some big X-Men characters in the series. You probably spotted some of them already just based on the way they use their powers. But the series is following their family as they go on the run with their children. This is the son, this is the daughter, but then because the father was working for this anti-mutant organization, they also run afoul of a lot of the people that he used to be hunting down. They mention a couple different organizations inside the X-Men universe. They go to this character here who's Eclipse from the comics. He's basically like an alternate universe version of Sunspot. He's the head of the mutant resistance. You see the big outbreak at his school as he gets bullied. He manifests telekinetic powers, actually a couple different powers because there's some electromagnetism going on here. But his sister also displays command of the elements. She's sort of like their last Airbender character. So most of these people are actual characters from the comics. I'll explain in a second. But that's who the family is. There's this big outbreak. The government comes calling for them, the people that he actually works for. So you see how it goes. You have someone like a William Stryker type character who's forced to reevaluate the way he views mutants and go on the run with his family. So you have bad guy becoming good guy. You have to promise that my family will be safe. But you guys want to know about the X-Men characters and the continuity and how this is connected to X-Men Legion. So this is the really cool stuff. This is Polaris. She's Magneto's secret daughter. You never really learn who her mother is, but she basically has all the same powers as Magneto. It's just obviously they're using the green color scheme just like it is from the comics. But like I said, this person is Eclipse. He's sort of like an Age of X universe version, like an alternate universe version of Sunspot, Roberta DaCosta. But the sister here is Lauren Sherwood. She's called Mantra from the comics. She basically just has control over the elements. She can control earth, wind, fire, water. You get it. They mentioned the X-Men, the Brotherhood of Mutants, and the Mutant Resistance. So this is sort of like post-X-Men continuity, but relatively modern day. Just from the characters that they're using, it seems like it's set in the Age of X universe, but they haven't confirmed any of those details yet. But the Age of X universe was actually like a fictional reality that was created by the powers of the Legion character when someone else was trying to make him sane. And as a result of that, he actually creates this fictional alternate reality called the Age of X reality, and it was like this post-apocalyptic X-Men universe in the comics where things are going way worse for them. You know, you think of Age of Apocalypse, Age of X is sort of a riff on that idea. So if you saw the Logan movie and you saw how like mutants had slowly been hunted down and they had weeded them out using a lot of passive genetics, like you put stuff in the food to suppress the X gene and over time you just get rid of mutants because no new ones are born. Imagine this is happening way before that in the timeline, but the government, Homeland Security are going crazy hunting mutants down because they're afraid of them. So things in the world haven't gotten quite as bad as they are during the Logan movie or say like Age of Apocalypse, but it's still really bad and it's headed in that direction. I think this character here is Warpath, James Proudstar, but they haven't confirmed that. He's only listed as Sam on IMDb, so they might confirm some of this stuff later on, but I think that's who he's meant to be. And the main character, Andy here, I think is a version of Alpha from the comics, who basically has like a bunch of different powers that he can only manifest one at a time, but he's just like one of those Franklin Richards type characters who's crazy powerful. But it looks like the only powers that he's manifesting in the trailer are telekinetic outbursts. Like he bends these here. It's not like magnetism, it's more like telekinesis. And then later in the trailer, he rips those sentinels apart. So he might manifest different powers later. That might be his only power. They've done the same thing with the Legion TV show, where like Legion has a billion different powers in the comics, but this version of Legion, we've only seen use a couple of them. So I love the idea of them backdoor connecting these TV shows because Legion in the comics created the reality where a lot of these people in the comics exist. So if you're a big comic book fan, I'd recommend you check out some of Age of X. It's not completely based on that, it's just they're borrowing a lot of elements from that. But this is just the first trailer. It's not going to drop till the fall. I don't think they've announced an official premiere date yet, but I will do a new video when they release some more footage. They'll probably bring it to Comic-Con and do a big panel for it. So let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about this? Obviously the X-Men exist, the Brotherhood of Mutants, so you have Magneto, Professor X, and if you were wondering, yes, this is connected to the X-Men film. So like anything that Fox is doing from the Marvel Universe, this is connected to that. But like Patrick Stewart said that he's probably going to guest star on Legion, like he's really down for that. I don't know who's going to be guest starring on this TV show. There's still a lot they haven't announced yet. So hopefully that answers some of those questions, but I think it's going to be fun. It's going to air on Fox, not on FX like the Legion show, but it's basically the same people. It's Marvel producing with Fox people. So new Marvel and DC posting in a little while. You can click here to rewatch the trailer. Like this is the Fox website where they're going to be posting all their trailers for the TV show. And you can click here for brand new Guardians and Infinity War. Thank you so much for watching. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.